News First, Newsline with Faraz Shauketaly.
Hello, very good morning to you. This is Newsline, live as always from the Newsfirst studios in Dawson Street in Clambo. And this morning, which is a fairly dry morning, we've got with us anyone but dry to discuss with you matters concerning good governance and so on. And is there a need to have presidential commissions of inquiry? Does anything worthwhile come out of it? Or is it just a waste of money, time and effort and commitment? To do all that and to join me in this exercise is Mr. Wasantha Samarasinghe, who's no stranger to the subject. Wasantha S Faraz, as he is on all matters of corruption and accountability. Very good morning to you, Mr.
Very
Wasantha.
good morning. Very good morning, Faraz.
Now then, Mr. Wasantha, I wanted to ask you about having commissions of inquiry and so on. But before all that, you've showed me some documentation which I found rather interesting. Can you tell me what it is you want to show us?
Yeah, Faraz. Just regarding you asked me about the GDP growth of the country.
Yes.
I think so. Is it correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because yesterday we published it because in the central bank in our country, they have a big responsibility.
Yeah.
All the numbers they are published, all the organization, all the country and financial institution, IMF, like that, all the world referring central bank website.
Right.
But when we go through the details, what they publish, there's so many errors. I think it is not the errors.
Yeah.
It's made by the behalf of government. I think so. That's why, because I referred the GDP growth. The central bank published, it was in first quarter of 2018, 3.2.
Right. The growth rate
was 3.2.
That is compared to the first quarter of 2018 with 2017. Okay.
When I compare with the numbers, that means figure they publish in the 2017 and 2018. I think it's better to show it in a paper.
Yeah, let's show this image up on this.
Because here is in 2017 first quarter. No?
Right. Here
2017 in first quarter.
These are the figures for 2017, the first quarter of 2017. 2017, the first quarter of 2017, you can see the figures here. The value is, in numbers, is 2,164,747 billion rupees. That's the value of the first quarter of 2017. Now then,
when they compare with the 2017 with the 2018, here.
Now this is the same figures for the first quarter of 2018, and
when it was
first quarter for 2018,
3 point,
and the value is 2,223 billion 856
million.
All right, and the figure for 2017, which is from the previous year's quarter, is in this one it says 215497.
It was reduced by 10 billion.
10 billion was reduced.
Because of that, our growth rate increased by 0.5.
But that's wrong, though.
We're totally wrong.
Right.
Totally wrong and misleading the country.
Right.
Why the central bank doing this kind of thing? Because you see, Faraz, I have already done this calculation.
Yes.
When the published number, 2018 first quarter, 2,223 billion, and when the compare with their figure
for 2017,
increase was 3.2.
Right.
But the correct figure.
Let's show that here.
Yeah, but the correct figure.
This is the summary of what the central bank says. The value of the first quarter of 2018 is 2 2,223,856. And according to this, the calculation of the same value in 2017, the first quarter of 2017, is 2,154,971. The difference is 68,885. And in percentage terms, the growth calculated amongst those figures is 3.2%. But the correct figure is the 2018 first quarter value is, as stated by the Central Bank website, 2,223,856. And the correct value for 2017, the first quarter, is 2,164,477, a difference of 59,109. And the growth then would be
2.7% only.
2.7%. That's the actual figure.
That's the thing we have to consider, because the 2,164 they have reduced to 2,154. 10 billion nearly. When the change is 10 billion, the growth rate was increased by 0.5.
Right.
0.5. Just only 59 billion.
Correct.
59 billion for a first quarter of the.
So why do they do this?
That's why Faraz, I can't understand this kind of officers or politicians or who want to do this. I think government want to show the numbers, show the figures. We have function in the country well. Our growth rate is well. That's why they want to change this kind of figures. Not only that for us, I will show you that when we consider the numbers we publish in the central bank website, the responsible of the central bank. But the thing is, they have changed numbers every time. When we consider about the 2015 first quarter of the GDP, now there is nothing to change now. If we are going to change it, then we have to change it 2016. Otherwise 2017. Not change, but 2018. They have already changed here. This is the first quarter. This is the first quarter of 2017.
Yes.
We see 2015.
Even all the figures are being changed.
All the figures are changed. How can they do this? And who will believe this? And what are the responsible of the government and central bank? They have to respond, big responsible. But
I'm having some questions sent, some SMSs sent by viewers who are very excited about what you're saying. Can you say all that in Sinhalese so that for their benefit, please? Can you just say the things in Sinhalese again, please? So that we can.
මේ තියෙන 2017 සහ 2018 රටේ සංවර්ධනය දළ ජාතික නිෂ්පාදිත අදාළව සංවර්ධනය පිළිබඳ දර්ශකයේ සකස් කරද්දී එය සම්පූර්ණ වැරදි සහ වෙනස් කරන ලද අංක වලින් තමයි මේක කරලා තියෙන්නේ. මේ තියෙන්නේ මම ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුවේ නිල වෙබ් අඩවියෙන් උපුටාගත් සටහන. මේ අනුව තමයි අපි පෙන්වන්නේ මේ 2017 පළවෙනි කාර්තුවට අපේ රටේ දළ ජාතික නිෂ්පාදනය බිලියන 2164යි 0.74යි. 2018 පස් ක්වාටරේ පළවෙනි කාර්තුව 2017 පළවෙනි කාර්තුවත් එක්ක සංසන්දනය කරලා මේ දෙක අතර වෙනස 2017 තියෙන්නේ බිලියන 2164යි 2018 තියෙන 2223.8යි. එතකොට මේ දෙක අතර වෙනස තමයි අපි කොච්චර වේගකින් රට සංවර්ධනය කරලාද තියෙන්නේ සංවර්ධනය වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා සලකා බලන්න පළවෙනි කාර්තුවේ. ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුවේ නිල වෙබ් අඩවිය මේ සංඛ්‍යා මේ නම්බර්ස් මහ ජනතාවගේ දැන ගැනීම සඳහා මේ තමන්ගේ නිල වෙබ් පුවත්පත තුල ප්‍රසිද්ධියට පත් කරද්දී කරලා තියෙන අංක වෙනස් කරලා තමයි මෙවර සංවර්ධනය පිළිබඳ දර්ශකය සකස් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ආර්ථික වර්ධනය පිළිබඳ දර්ශකය සකස් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඕන් වෙනස් කරන ලද අංක අනුව සකස් කරද්දී අපේ රටේ සංවර්ධනය ආර්ථික වර්ධනය 3.2ක් කියලා කියනවා. ඒ මොකද 2018 කාර්තුව 2223යි බිලියන 2017 පළවෙනි කාර්තුව 2154යි. හැබැයි සත්‍ය ලෙස පැවතිච්ච අංක එහෙම නැත්නම් මොවුන් කලින් ප්‍රකාශයට පත් කරන ලද GDP එකත් එක්ක සලකද්දී දල ජාතික නිෂ්පාදනයත් එක්ක සලකද්දී 2018 පළවෙනි කාර්තුව බිලියන 2223යි ඒක මේ අවුරුද්දේ පළවෙනි කාර්තුව 2017 පළවෙනි කාර්තුවේ තිබුණේ 2164.4යි. එතකොට වෙනස තියෙන්නේ බිලියන 59යි එහෙනම් මිලියන 59109යි. එතකොට ආර්ථික වර්ධනය වෙන්න ඕනේ 0.27යි. 2.7යි. 2.7ක් වෙන වර්ධනය 3.2 දක්වා වෙනස් කර පෙන්වීමේ උවමනාවෙන් තමයි බිලියන 10කට මිලියන 10000කට ආසන්න ප්‍රමාණයකින් ආර්ථික වර්ධනය වෙනස් කරලා මේ සංඛ්‍යා ලේඛන ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තියෙනවා.
Right. So basically they are falsifying the figures to look good, so they feel good.
They are running well.
That they are
functioning well.
That they are the best economists.
And who are the
all that.
Yeah. When they come to the power for us, they told the country we are the giant of the economist.
I know a story somebody told me, and I have no reason to doubt the story.
Yeah.
That the Prime Minister said to somebody that when they were talking about Arjuna Mahendran, the Prime Minister is supposed to have said, nobody we've got is a patch on Arjuna Mahendran, that he was so good. Well, really, if he was so good, why am I holding? This is the bond report, right? I have broken it down into 3 parts. This is what this is nothing given to me by the government. I got hold of it and made a photocopy of all the documents at cost to myself, with monies earned by my work here, okay? Not anything else. It's 3 volumes. It's about 1,500 something odd pages, all right? I'm wondering, Mr. Wasantha, should we have bond and presidential commission reports? What's the point of having them? They don't do anything about it. I just want to make a few observations. I'd like to ask you.
Faraz, while your lifetime, you can carry here and there this commission report, but I feel it will nothing happen, because when the bond scam, so many people accepting there may be something happened to the who stolen people's money, EPF money and some government estates institution money, and other providence funds, private provident funds monies, but nothing happened. Now in these days reveal so many things in the court. Some victims are not in the country.
They've escaped.
Because they have to go to the court. Then if they go to the court, then somebody will expose the society.
Correct.
That's right. But the president have a big responsible. I might feel president have a big responsible. He gave the advice and he appointed the committee to investigate this scam. It was happened in 2015 February. The president gave a mandate to that commission to do it 2015 to 2016 March. After that also, it's happened.
Exactly. It happened again in 2016.
2016 April to until 2017.
Correct.
So many university provident fund and government banks funds and insurance life funds. That all those funds also affected.
All got dragged into this.
Dragged into this scam.
If
we want to find real evidence and real damage to these funds and EPF, then we need to appoint, government need to appoint, president should appoint second presidential commission
to look into the rest of the bond.
Otherwise, all the reports will not affected.
All this can go in a dustbin.
But
8,000 rupees cost me money that I earned from my work here. Right?
But I like to tell you, keep it in your library, because one day the people of the country accepting somebody will do something responsible for this scam.
But
I think
we're going to have to go for a break. But when we come back from the break, I'm going to quote for you 1, 2, 3, 4 instances where presidential commissions just don't work. And why don't they work? We'll find out with Wasantha Samarasinghe on Newsline straight after this break.
Newsfirst, Newsline with Faraz Shauketaly.
And welcome back to Newsline on this wonderful morning, and we are in company with Mr. Wasantha Samarasinghe. What are you looking for?
Faraz. I just go through this commission report because I try to find if there is that 106 pages.
The missing pages.
Missing pages. That's why I just check in, because yesterday I read the newspaper and I came to know the President Secretary has explained we can't give the evidence, but serious and very sensitive evidence was there, that 106 pages.
Yes, but who is the President Secretary? What right does he got? He has no right to do all this.
He has no right to keep and hide this report.
And he has sent it to the National Archives.
Why? That's why, Faraz, just I check, you told your personal copy, no?
Yes, this is
8,000 rupees, no?
Yeah.
Then there is 106 pages with so many details.
Yeah.
Who involved with the scam and who get some money from Aloysius.
Yeah.
So, then President have a responsible.
Yeah.
He have to expose to the country. This is the 106 pages.
Yeah.
This is the politician, officers and all the people who get the money from Aloysius. But still they are trying to hide it.
They're still hiding.
He's still hiding. Why is that? Because of I feel they also have a relation with the report. That's why. Otherwise
I want to quickly tell you.
Yeah.
Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe, the Prime Minister and all that, we all know who he is, right? On the 17th of March, we started reporting on this matter on the 1st of March.
2015, you are talking.
2015.
Yeah.
On the 1st of March, we reported it. By the 17th of March, the Prime Minister felt, obviously, he felt that there was a need to make a statement. The matter was the public outcry was so great. People were concerned. The financial markets were concerned. He made a statement in Parliament. He came there and he said, I insisted on the change of the system. He said the previous system led to corruption. And he wanted the change of the system. And Arjuna Mahendran, the governor of the central bank, went to COPE and told Dew Gunasekara's COPE that he only followed the instructions of the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Now then, in the change of that system. Now, on page 930, section 19.2.8 of the Commission report, the commissioners are making an astounding statement here. I'm going to read it to you. It says here, the evidence establishes that Mr. Mahendran had not been instructed or directed by the Prime Minister to act unilaterally and immediately suspend or stop direct placements on the 27th of February 2015. Now, I'm sorry, but this is a case of Kohedeyanne Mallepol. Because the Prime Minister admits he insisted on the change. Mahendran says, I acted only on the instructions of the Prime Minister. And the Commission report says that there is no evidence that Mr. Mahendran was asked to break the rules by the Prime Minister. That's not the question. The question is not that.
Yeah.
You think there's no point?
Yeah. Do you remember Faraz? When the Prime Minister went to the Commission, finally he had to go to Commission because the Commission needed some evidence from Prime Minister, because of he explained to the country, not in the personal law media, in the Parliament.
Yes, that's
he told, I insist to Governor to change the system. Then the Prime Minister go to give the evidence to the Commission, there was a big changes.
Of course.
Do you remember?
I remember very well. Dapula de Livera did not question the Prime Minister.
And Dapula de Livera and Wasantha Kodagoda, when I was there, who is the person who asking question me also. Then AGs came on that day with the Prime Minister, and both them, I think they have good discussion before go to the Commission. After that, AG's department and AG, Attorney General, he doesn't know about this incident. He doesn't know how was it going on. Then he asked the question who given by the Prime Minister office. I think so. Otherwise,
that's the problem, Mr. Wasantha. Thank you for remembering. Let's remember that the Prime Minister was sent questions, written down questions by the Commission. He was supposed to reply, and he probably did, on the basis of a sworn affidavit. But it was not the Dapula de Livera and Wasantha Kodagoda were questioning the witnesses. Dapula de Livera was not used. It was the Attorney General himself, this Mr. Jayasuriya, whoever it is, the Attorney General, who came to question the Prime Minister. Why? What's the difference? It's like having kid gloves.
Because
in any proceedings, in any court, it is under cross-examination that you get information out. Why was it that Ravi Karunanaka spent more than 6 hours on his feet? What's the difference between Ravi Karunanaka and the Prime Minister? What's the difference?
When anybody go to in front of the Commission, then who is the people they have question? The Dapula de Livera and Wasantha Kodagoda with other officers from AG's department, they are the people who conducting the case.
Exactly.
Then they had to ask the question from Prime Minister. Why the AGs involved with the matter? Mr. Jayasuriya, why they came to ask a question from the Prime Minister? There is no that kind of protocol or something. No, that is the thing. The reports also mention to us.
And we are told,
Yeah.
there are all sorts of stories. We are told that the report, before it went to where it went to a private residence. That's what we're told. Just think about it. This is what happened in other parts of the world. This is what happened in the beautiful island of the Maldives. Remember? Before Nasheed was thrown out and so on. This is what happened over there. But in our country, where we boast of all these things, that was one thing. Kohede anne malle pol. The Prime Minister admits, Mahendran confirms, and the Commission says something else.
Reports say something else.
At least say what you say, but don't ignore that the Prime Minister is the one who said it.
Not only that,
maybe wasn't another story, another thing. Blood relatives of people at the Commission, the Commissioner's blood relatives, working at Temper Trees under MP Harsha De Silva. Isn't that a conflict of interest? This whole scam was about a conflict of interest, and we're running out of time.
Yeah.
But let us say something.
I want to add a little thing. Because of when we finalized the report, then Commissioner had to annex Prime Minister's speech in the Parliament.
Correct.
And Governor, he went to the COP, Div Gunasekara's COP, and he told, I got the instruction from Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Then there may be things, then Prime Minister came and Commission couldn't find any involvement with the Prime Minister, but the Prime Minister openly told, I am insist to change the system, and Governor told, I got the direct instruction from Prime Minister. Then finally, report says there is no any connection to the Prime Minister.
But actually, finally, the system in use today, they made it and gave it another name. But today, they have gone back to the same system. It is the same system that Governor A.S. Jayawardena, the late A.S. Jayawardena, put in place in 1997. And that the Auditor General of this country, even today, admits that it is the system that costs the least cost methodology of raising money. Raising money, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is the biggest value tender that this country regularly takes part in. Raising money is the biggest thing. Now then, what's the use of having these commissions? Now, for example, let's go back in the past. The 19th Amendment. Lawyer Gomindasri made some representations to the Supreme Court. He complained that under the 19th Amendment, the public franchise will be put on hold for 4.5 years. That they had no right under the proposed thing. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court didn't quite answer Gomindasri. They were silent on the point raised by Gomindasri.
Yes.
And Justice Sri Pawan completely, for I don't know why, but it's apparently ignored. Right? Completely ignored. Gomindasri's question is completely ignored. Then we have, in the past, the Chief Justice was Ashoka Davis. Dr. P.B. Jayasundara gave an undertaking saying that he will not seek public office again. Then he went to court to try and withdraw that because the President wanted him to join the service again. But the Supreme Court, in that case, instead of addressing the question of whether Dr. Jayasundara could withdraw his undertaking affidavit given to the Supreme Court, instead of answering that question, they gave a decision saying that under some article, I don't know, something like 52 or whatever article, that the President has the right to appoint who he wants to the position of Secretary of State. What about Batalanda? That was a presidential commission. What happened to that? This is a complete joke. Is it a joke?
Yeah, why not? Why not? It's a completely joke because of the presidents. Executive presidencies of our country have a superior power.
Yeah.
Superior power. Because if the government, if the court given any punishment, any decision, President can remove it.
Yes.
President can take it back. And President can stop to implement it. And President can release the evidence, release the victimized. That was thing happened to the P.B. Jayasundara. He opened court, he explained, I am not involved with again to public servant, as a public servant. I will not join with the public service. And he got the fine, more than 500,000 fine. Then President Rajapaksa want to back him to the public service.
Yes.
That's why he gave affidavit. And how can release the punishment with the affidavit? That was the thing. That's why we are bringing to 20th Amendment for us. This executive president is very dangerous to the country. He can change everything. Parliament, court, and all the law of the country, rules and regulations. He can change everything. That was the thing happened in that time. Not only that, you remember in the hedging deal, the Supreme Court given the decision. We don't want to go with that deal. As a Supreme Court of the country, they gave advice to give the petrol to public this money, but they are not following that decision also. That was the thing.
So the question is, do we need commissions of inquiry when they don't follow through and they don't do anything about it? As the commission report
before you end the program, I want to tell you something. We remember with this report, the commission find out 11,500 million rupees losses to the country. Among that, 8,500 to the EPF. Right now, the central bank explain and they are trying to give some money to the private, not only private but public sector, public institution. Then that source I came to know because I can show you this newspaper on weekend newspaper. They have explained. Among that 12 billion belong to the PTL. It's with the central bank right now. Right now in the central bank. Only 4.5 billion losses to the EPF. When the report came out, they explained 8.5 billion losses to the EPF. Right now it reduced 8.5. Then my point of view for us, Aloysius will in the court, in the jail. His money will be in the accounts. it's getting interest
Every day.
every day. For a year, more than 1.2 billion interest he can get because of his money.
Yes. Over 3 million a day.
Over 3 million a day.
Yeah.
Within 5-4 years,
Yeah.
when he's in the jail, then central bank.
He's
and
still
this-
earning from the
He's
public's
still
money.
earning money.
From the public.
Public's money. That's why. The thing is, associates also get some portion, and the government will say, we are recover the money,
Yeah.
what we lose. That's the thing. This is incorrect. This is not the correct. The loss is EPF more than 15 billion. 15,000 million, that was the 2.6 million members of the EPF. Then that's why we asked to the president, we sent the letter to the president, please appoint second presidential commission to find out all the details and please give money, it's belong to the EPF.
On that note, thank you very much to Control Room for
Thank
giving
you.
us 5 extra minutes today.
Thank you very much for us to
Thank
give
you,
this
Wasantha, for being there with us today, and we'll bring you even more information. Do follow us on the news, and every hour on the hour, and the primetime news, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock in the 3 different languages. Take care, and God bless.